pains me. Like, it really hurts. Oh my gosh, I'm just saying. Okay, let's get this bad boy started.
I'm just waiting for it. It's my favorite
right.
part.
All right.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This whole world's confusing me. Clouds mean as a bird sings, and a bird knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers, kid, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart.
I love it, boys. All right, let's go ahead and bring all those down to the bottom here.
So great. So
All
great.
right. Hey guys, welcome to the Affiliates Podcast. It is a streamer podcast that I host basically about video games and streaming topics and stuff like that. So as far as streamers that we have on this week, we have Dottie Style on the top left. Streams League of Legends and Black Ops 4 gets them schwacks on the daily. I'll just be real, okay? Below him is Gooseboy 3. I believe it's exclusively League of Legends. If you're looking for someone that's like pretty good at the game, plays a mean zillion, and basically sounds like Voy Boy, it's like the same voice. I'm telling you, it's hype. I would go over to history. In the middle here we have a Spirit Controlled. At the moment it's Black Ops 4, but you have anything you're switching into right now? Still Destiny or?
No, I'm done with Destiny. I don't know.
Exclusive. Okay.
I'm about to play some classic stuff probably. We'll
Okay.
see.
Okay. And then top right here is DB Fanboy Gaming, the only dude. I'd say primarily Fortnite, but you can see some WoW on Wednesdays. Calls it WoW Wednesdays, dude. Like it's just clever. I don't know.
Wow.
I love it, dude. Basically, this podcast is brought to you by, I would just say Discord. It's kind of the only thing that I'd like to thank, because if we didn't have this, it'd be Skype, and then that's all. I'm not gonna say anything else about that. But yeah, thank you very much to Discord. So actually, speaking of Discord, I'm just gonna skip to a question that's about Discord, and I was curious if you guys have like heard of this article. One of my mods sent it in my Discord, and he said basically Discord has revoked your right to sue and to congregate a class action lawsuit against them. Basically, you can't sue through legal court. You have to get an arbitrator, which is like a whole separate person that like fixes legal issues. So I don't like, people are like all angry about the fact that like maybe they can like give out like personal data and stuff like that, and you can't sue them. Like you can't do anything about it. So have you guys heard about that? If not, I mean, it actually might be pretty awkward as like a first question, but
That's news to me. I haven't heard about that yet. That's pretty. I don't know. Legalese in general is very frustrating, and I don't know what the implications of that are, to be honest.
basically what I read is that a Discord employee responded and said, you know, like we're not trying to like act all shady and say that we're not like liable for any of your personal information, but we don't want these like bottom feeder lawyers trying to like figure out ways to like sue us over just the most random garbage. So they think by doing this they can't just get kind of scammed by like lower end lawyers. But like at the same time, I don't feel very great about using a program that's basically saying like, hey, we could give out personal info about you and like you can't do anything about it. That's kind of shady to me. I don't see why that's necessary.
I wonder if it has anything to do with the store they implemented this week.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, just food for thought, because that store came out just this week. They can buy games. It's basically like a form of Steam.
Is it games or like it's for games? Okay.
Yeah.
Can people do merch and stuff through there, or just it's exclusively games?
I don't know.
I think it's exclusively games. I think I looked through it.
Okay, so maybe as far as like refunds and like and different things like that, they don't want to be like liable for any of those issues.
Maybe.
As far as like people trying to get their money back and stuff, that might be why. Okay.
Yeah, I think it is in connection with the store for.
Because I know we talked about privacy in the past, and like it's like not to be paranoid, but like I just feel like anything that like subjects your privacy to being in question, like I don't like no streamer is like excited about that. And everyone uses Discord right now. I believe everyone uses Discord. It streams, the comms, but I'm not like a huge fan. I kind of threw that in there because it caught my attention. I started like reading up on it, and I was like, do I need to like? I mean, are we going back to Skype like freaking Stone Age? Because I'm not really about it, but maybe it's not like a huge deal. This question.
I'm curious to know
Oh,
what other people do that though. But like, if there's other companies that have this clause that we just don't know about, and people are making a big deal because it's just because people like to make a big deal about things and get conversations going. Because I'm wondering how many can you directly sue Apple? Like, I don't know, is that something you can do?
Yeah, like those class action lawsuits, right? You get like emails for them and stuff like that. Like, hey,
Yeah.
this is taking part. If you've taken part in any of these actions within the past year, if you downloaded an app within the past year, you are eligible to join in on this lawsuit. So I think it's like one of those types of deals.
Yeah.
I'm a bit cynical, but that's just who I am. I feel like anything to do with privacy in this, they're like, oh, don't worry. It's just so, lawyers don't try to scam us. But I feel like there's always
There's more to it.
more to it. There's something under the surface that they're trying to slip by.
Yeah.
I mean, call me paranoid, but I feel like, especially with privacy and people's information, it's just so valuable these days. It's like a currency,
Yeah.
So I feel like.
But I honestly, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because like I am really like I tend to not look on the darker side of things, but I really feel that like it's all for just advertisement. Like it's also that they can probably try to cater games specifically to you. So it's just giving information based off of, the different games you play or stuff like that. I don't think it's something more like your home address or stuff like that. You know what I mean?
No, I feel that.
You guys all have Discords for your own streams?
Oh yeah.
Most part?
Yes.
Yeah.
But,
Work in progress.
What concerns me is just like, I feel like then if they're not liable for my like personal information, what about like the 100 whatever people in my Discord that like, and there's some people that have maybe only downloaded Discord just because they join mine to know when I go live and to talk to me like while we're playing games and stuff, and then I feel like maybe I'm liable for them because they wouldn't even have been on the app in the first place if it wasn't for me, and then their privacy isn't protected by an app that I told them to get. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it then puts me in a bad spot of liability.
So I actually just Googled a little bit more of this, and apparently it's literally just to remove quote unquote class action lawsuits, which many people actually I've had this conversation recently. People are saying like class action lawsuits are broken because there's too many people that get involved to verify that they actually partook of the action. So all that Discord is saying is if there is a problem with user privacy, get a lawyer, like what you should be doing anyways, and then come talk to us directly. And so I think that you're still protected. And I can tell you right now that there are many lawyers who would love to jump on a chance like this too. If there's a very clear violation of your privacy, they'll probably do it pro bono.
Yeah, ambulance chasers.
Money. Yeah. And so I think it's just a matter of they're trying to shut down this class action world society in America and saying, if you got a problem, come talk to me directly with direct legal action kind of thing. So,
yeah. And about the privacy thing too, I think, because remember a while back, every like website on earth was doing the new update.
Wait, did we lose DB? Or is that just me?
That's me too.
We lost your DB.
He's got a good statue pose going, man.
I like that, dude. He's frozen. Playing freeze tag out here, dude.
No, don't say that.
Oh, we're good. Wait, you're
okay, I'm back. All right.
Wait, no, you're not. Wait.
Oh, what's happening?
You got some catching up to do.
There you go. I can see you now.
He's freaking
All right.
Sonic Racer.
No?
Dude. You're like,
whoa! You're speeding up and slowing down.
You're like a second behind on the camera. So like we hear you in real time, and the camera takes a second to catch up. So maybe try to turn it off and on.
Yeah. I'll do that. Here, let me leave the call and then rejoin. Let me just restart Discord.
Okay, we'll see if it resets the ads or not.
Oh, the layout.
No, we'll see. Go for it, dude.
Wait, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. All right. So I was saying back like a while back, a lot of websites were updated. Everyone was getting notifications from all these different websites that are like, we're updating our privacy policy. Like, and it was just random out of nowhere. And I think it's just one of those things that like, so I get that you feel that you're reliable for all these people, but those people there's no way they're not on any kind of social media whatsoever. So their privacy is already out there. Do you know what I mean? Like their information's being like shared regardless, whether they like it or not. with third parties and stuff.
True.
So you can't really put that all on you, like unless they're like, I don't do any kind of social media whatsoever. I only do this Discord for recitation. Okay. Which is I can't see that ever being the case for something like that'd be wild. If they're like, I don't do Facebook, Instagram, nothing, only Discord.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I know for me, like, I know recently, like, PewDiePie's been talking about like all the YouTubers that like were like sponsored by Skillshare, and then like they didn't realize how like kind of faulty of a system it was, and like all their terms of service, and they were basically suggesting something that they didn't really look into very well. Not that they were wrong for taking a sponsorship, like it's money, like go ahead, but you're basically kind of not really looking into what you're promoting. So that's what I kind of wasn't too excited about. I'm like, well, I'm telling people like, you do command Discord, the link goes in your stream, and like you're basically telling every new person to like join. And not that you're getting new people to download the game, like download Discord all the time, but I don't know, when I was like reading that, I don't know about legal stuff. Like I'm just trying to figure out like if there's anything that can happen to me. So if that's not the case, it's fine.
I think that's a very dangerous and fear-driven life to live, because if the legal situation is definitely scary, but there's also a very strong understanding right now in the legal system about how like terms and conditions, nobody can read all the terms and conditions. And it's kind of those things where it's like there could be something wrong with your keyboard, legally wrong with your keyboard or something, or I don't know. Like I don't know. Yes, your software you're using as a medium can be subject to whatever, and yeah, you are promoting it, but that you shouldn't live in fear of like, oh, I could be sued because I suggested this. Or like the thing with PewDiePie, then it was different though, because they were talking about that BetterHelp mental health situation and how that was misleading, that was actually causing more problems than good, and that they were trying to scum people into money. And I get that. That's a conversation to have. And I think that he was just trying to bring awareness. But as far as like using that, I think that's an apples to oranges comparison. Whereas we're using a medium here that there's no way we could know all the legalese behind this. No way we could keep up with it. And it's not something I think that any court or any person would ever be like recitation to keep up with his legal and he is going to jail today. That's just my opinion. I don't know.
Okay. All right, let me hit up the next question. This one's actually from DB yesterday. I was like, you know what? I need one more question. I was like struggling. I'm like, hey, DB's still live. 2 a.m. Let's go ask. The mind was still sharp. And basically, this is an interesting question. Basically, what is like one thing that makes your stream like your viewer's choice? So basically, what makes them come to your stream out of every other streamer on the platform? They choose you at that given time on that given day. Yeah, you guys think just one. I mean, I'm not asking for. I mean, if you have a list, throw it out there. But like, just what's one thing that you think makes them choose you over whoever else? There's so many people out there, but anyone's got the floor. So I'm just gonna on a silver platter.
I'll start out by saying that I don't know. I think that's one of my biggest struggles as a streamer, and I've been running into recently is I don't stream consistently because of my college and family and everything. And it's probably something I should work on, but I've been finding that I'm not getting solid numbers. I think I went like a stream. I think it was the night that Red Dead Redemption came out. I think it was Friday or Saturday, where I consistently had like 0 to 1 views, and that's understandable because you're Red Dead and whatever, it's to be expected. But then I like go look at other people on my list, and DB's like consistently at 30, and then other people are like and I think of DB, and I'm like, he's so funny. He's got these visual gags. He's got these in-stream gags, and he's so interactive with his community, and I'm just kind of like, man, I don't know what that is for me. And I go look at this other guy. His name's Cosmic Lightning Warrior. He's got face paint every video. He's got face paint. He's got a spaceship background, and he's got this Dr. Disrespect confidence with like a Shroud level of skill. And it's fantastic to see him play. And I'm just like, man, I don't know what that is for me. Maybe that's something I need to go to the lab and think about. But I mean, I agree that's necessary. That's so important to have, and I think it's one of those things we have to constantly be critical of is what can we do to do better. And I don't know. That's something for me that I don't know. I think that's what I'm missing is something that makes me unique, something that keeps people coming back to me. So,
I'm gonna have Goose go next, but real quick. So I have a fan in the background. Like, is that getting picked up the whole time?
I don't hear it.
Okay, so
No, I can't hear it.
Okay, Goose, what you got, man? What's that? What's that little goose magic you got sprinkled on the screen?
Goose magic.
Throw it out
Yeah,
there.
secret sauce.
If you look at my viewer counts, I think you realize I don't got too much magic going for me. I'm kind of like in a similar place with Spear right now, where I'm kind of trying to figure out my niche. But there's definitely a couple things I'm playing around with. One thing that I've had success with so far is I allow song requests on stream. And essentially what I do is after a lot of the streams, what I'll do is I'll go through the song requests and I'm building a playlist based off what, people have requested on my stream. So it's kind of like a crowdsourced playlist. And so a lot of people will be coming back to the stream and their song will be playing. They get really excited about it. So that's something small, and it gets a good variety of music going on my stream, things like that. And I get to experience new music that I haven't heard before. I haven't been keeping up with a lot of the recent music, stuff like that. So it's cool for me and it's cool for the stream as well. Another thing I'm just trying to play around with right now is I just got a loyalty point system. And what I'm trying to do is whoever has the most loyalty points at the end of every month, I'm going to allow them to pick a charity. And then all the money I make from my stream is going to go to the charity of their choice.
Ooh,
that's a
so
good
far
idea.
That's dope.
I've gotten pretty positive reception from a lot of people in my stream about trying that out. So I'm pretty excited to get that going.
That's dope.
Super good.
That's really cool.
That's a really good idea. That's a bold idea too, a brave idea, because I know that a lot of us like to say, man, that one little thing that makes us a little bit sweeter is the fact that we do make $10, $15 here or there. That's dope, and I commend you for being charitable with that. That's awesome.
Selfless.
But other than that, I'm still trying to figure out what I can do to be more entertaining, keep more people around,
Mm-hmm.
And then we could do like a coin flip between Dottie or DB. We could arm wrestle.
Mine is quick. I don't know I don't know any way to say it to where it doesn't sound weird, but I think it's my bush. I think it's my bush that gets people to stop in. You know what I mean? Like, it just sounds way weird, but I think people are like looking through, they go, "What is this dude in a bush? What is he doing?" And I think that's it. That's the only reason why they initially hit up the channel. And after that, I'm just begging them to stay.
Yeah, I'd say between that, the trash can, and the potato sack, that's what I first saw. So so I think I talked about this last week, but first time I found DB, we were in a Fortnite game and I was streaming, so he ends up following me, and then he ended up coming back in my chat a couple times, and he has gaming at the end of his name, right? So something gaming is typically like a gaming team and organization, or like a YouTuber. So I'm like, okay, this guy probably streams. So I'm like, you know what? Hey, let's go and check him out. I just click the stream, and there he is, just in a sack of potatoes, and he just changed it to a trash can after he missed a really close snipe, and I was like, that's freaking original, bro. This is hilarious. I was just let's go, just instantly, off the bat. So yeah, no, I totally, because that was the case with me. So I definitely agree with DB on that, because I thought that was hilarious. But, Dottie, what you got, man? The sauce.
I wish I knew. Honestly, I've got no idea. At the moment, nothing really. There's nothing to release.
I want to chime in for Dottie then, because I like watching Dottie because he's super chill. And I enjoy chill streamers as much as I enjoy the high energy recitations and then DB when he does on it. I enjoy those, but I love just late at night. Dottie is just in lane, chill. He's got a very, very chill voice as well. And your accent for us Americans is actually really interesting as well.
Hell yeah.
And so I think that pays, all that plays into personality. I think that's maybe something that we all have. Just some of us have more charismatic, recitation. You stuck out to Bobby, to Scarlet West, or whatever he's calling
now
himself.
Nurse Watson, yeah.
Because you have such high energy and you have such a very charismatic personality. So some of us probably have more innate skills than others. And so you were so charismatic that he came to my house and was like, dude, there's this guy named Recitation. He killed me, and I found him, and we got to put it on your TV, and we got to watch him right now. And so there were 7 of us in my living room watching you, and we were like, dude, this guy's hilarious. And so we were all hitting you up that one night. So I don't know. It's just different personalities. And Dottie, I really think you bring a chill vibe, and maybe that's not what everybody wants. But I love chill. So whenever you're on and it's late and I'm studying or something, I'll put you on. I'll just it's relaxing to me. I don't know. That's just
I appreciate that. Yeah, I guess I got that time zone going for me, but
yeah, that was something for me too. I think time zone. For me, he's the streamer that's on late out of everyone in our like stream Discord and like group. He's like always the one that's there like late. Like yesterday, I think I watched your whole stream until 3. The one night I stayed up, I just stayed up all night. And I was like so bored. I'm like, how the heck am I gonna stay up all night? And I'm like, this guy just streamed till like 4 a.m. I'm like, this is easy. This is making my job easier. It's dope. But, and I know like, I think there was this like there's the whole like YouTube drama with like T series and being from India and like those like channels from like a different country. I'm also curious if maybe like there's a way that streamers from other countries besides the US can use that, whether it be like a tag or something now that might be able to help you out, because I haven't looked into that. But I'm curious if being outside the US, if there's like some extra niche that you're able to hit, or a tag that you're allowed to use just because you're not from America. But I don't know, that's just a guess.
I think PewDiePie made a video about that, about how people were saying that he cheesed his way to the top or something because he was like something about being over there.
Yeah, he made one, and then Matt Pat made one as well.
Yeah, well, Matt Pat actually made it, and how PewDiePie hacked YouTube, but then PewDiePie was like, no, I didn't. I mean, I did some of that, but that's not all.
Yeah,
you know, I didn't do it because of that. I was just moving around. Yeah, is I actually put the work in and actually did the stuff. So I don't know. But yeah, he's right. There was like a system that he acquired based. That was like natural algorithm.
Yeah,
that he played off of. So I don't know.
My last one left then.
Yeah,
me.
It is the young boy.
I remember the young Christian rest. You know, at the young Christian school. I'm in like Bible class, right? And we were like forced to like go out and buy this book. And this was like the first book. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read this, because we had to read like a section, which was like 12 pages. So I'm like, oh, bet this is easy. And it was like a book about like character traits, kind of. And basically, like, you took this test like online that corresponded with the book, and then it told you which sections to read. And like apparently, like the top like quality that I had on there was like being an enabler. So you can like enable positive characteristics and qualities to come out of other people. So in Fortnite, with the whole like charismaticness and like how I'm just really trying to get people to talk that probably would never even use their mics, was like a really attractive thing, where it kind of backfired because I just became someone that was fun to play Fortnite with. So like I get like 20 to 50 friend requests like a stream, and then I get like 5 follows, and I'm like, all right, so like 50 people want to play Fortnite with me, but like 5 of you are gonna follow. So it really wasn't worth it. But like, I'd say now streaming Paladins is just like positivity. There's this one streamer that gets like 50 viewers, and he was saying like all the top streamers are just like pro players. The game just lacks positivity and people that are excited about the game and want to like engage with the audience, because all the pro streamers, they get 200 viewers and they're just like, I killed him, double, triple,
That's so
penta-cap win. Yes, I'm like what are you like? What is like? Is that fun? Like, I don't know. I didn't think it was like. And some of them, I know, like Z1 Unknown, he's like one of the top like pro guys, and I think he has a little bit of a mix where he'll like screw around because he's so good, and like still make plays. Like, he's fun to watch. But everyone else is just a pro streamer playing in the dark. They're super good at the game, and there's no like streamers that are like just like fun to watch. You watch to learn, but like not to be entertained. So that's what I've been trying to get at now, and hopefully that sauce will work out and carry me through my career on Paladins. But
you got that one kid last time that was real positive with you, right? The one who told you to perform a certain action.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. All right, let's be real. Okay. Did I put the family-friendly tag on? I didn't. Okay. All right.
Yikes.
So I'm just trying to stream. Like, I was trying to get like an earlier streaming, because I don't stream Fridays, but I was like awake like around noon, so I had like 2.5 hours to stream, and this guy's flaming our entire team. We're like playing ranked. I'm just trying to be positive, and I'm like trying to instruct the team a little bit, and his response to me was, suck the skin off my nuts. Suck the skin off my nuts. So I'm thinking, okay. I'm like, all right, first of all, someone stayed home from school today. And I told him he was probably 13. And he's like, actually, sir, I'm 19. I'm like, you're 19, but you're going to use an insult about your nuts? Like, you're definitely 13. Like, I'm not going to deny you, but like, I know you're not 19. Let's be real. So you still get some like toxicity, but some people like actually enjoy if you deal with that stuff positively, which I think that like Dottie does that well when like people from League that like he just beat them in a game, they come on a stream and they just bash him, and Dottie's just chilling, just taking it, just sets a little screen, you know, and just kind of blocks them out, and I freaking love it, dude. I love it. It's great. Okay, Stephanie. Okay, Daquan. Because I'm brown. Next question. I'm done here. That's fine. Okay. Gotta use my white voice for the rest of the podcast. That's fine. Okay, this one is... So I basically took, like, I think 5 of these 10 questions from our streamer Discord. So I think Spirit came up with this one. But do you guys think that, you know, as small streamers, that we're all, like, intimidated to a degree by, like, the bigger streamers? I was just curious if you guys are just like, I can't be on their level, or like there's such a huge gap between us, like I'm not worthy to be like in the same game as them, or like a duo stream. Like, do you think overall small streamers just like they're really intimidated? Like that's an unthinkable place for you to be, is like at the top. But,
is this going to lead to that one dude's comment at TwitchCon? Did you see that video?
No, that was really funny. That's a nice segue.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, where he said he's
superiority
like,
complex deal? Oh.
Yeah. Is that what this is leading to?
Well, I mean, I got the question
for
from
sure.
Spirit. I got the question from Spirit, but I did watch the League News thing today where that came up. So if you want to explain it to him, the story, go ahead.
I mean, there's not really much to it. The dude just got asked, like, someone came and asked him a question about that, you know, that people watch people because they have a connection with them, like maybe their personality or something like that. And then they're like, but I want, you know, some kind of relationship back. I want some kind of interaction back. And the guy's like, well, that's exactly what I don't want. I don't want any relationship with my viewers. Like, he's like, I don't know how to say this without it sounding bad, but like, I'm better than the average person. So we shouldn't have a relationship because I'm better than the people who watch me, basically. And people are just like, "Is this really happening right now?"
Yeah.
He's like, he's like, I don't know how to do it, but like, I shouldn't have to waste my time talking to you. And it's like, what?
He's like, once again, with all due respect.
Yeah, with all due respect, like I'm way better than each and every one of you. And he wasn't doing it like as a character, like as a Dr. Disrespect character. He wasn't. It wasn't. He was genuine in the fact that he was like, I don't see the need to waste my time conversing with someone watching me. And it's just wild. But yeah, I feel that I couldn't handle being like anywhere near someone like that's a top tier streamer. I'm 100% intimidated by that, for sure. To answer your question, Russ.
Okay.
So what prompted my question was that same guy I was talking about earlier, the Cosmic Lightning Warrior guy. I wish I could show you guys a picture of him because
I got
he
you.
looks like
I got you.
Like the Ultimate Warrior, or maybe Sting, old school Sting from WCW.
Yeah, and so I usually when I find people, he had started out like on Twitter. He had like 20 followers. Usually when I get to people like that, I like reach out to him and be like, hey, you want to collaborate? Because he was fun and he was playing the same games. I was like, I usually reach out to him and say, hey, you want to play? Want to do whatever? But with that guy, I hung out with him for a day, and like the next day, he got like 1,000-person raid.
Oh shoot!
From a really big streamer, a decent sized streamer, and he jumped to like 500 like followers within the course of a week. And I was like, man, and the way he just comes off, he's so confident, he's so whatever. I find myself being like, man, I don't know if I could. Is it on? Let me.
Now on stream.
What is my whole thing was. Let me pull it up. Let me see.
There he is.
Yeah,
right
that's
here.
him. That's him. Yeah.
Cosmic Lightning Warrior, dude. Freaking legend.
He's super confident. He's a very good streamer. And so I found myself being like, man, I don't feel worthy to reach out to him anymore because he's exceeded me. He's far beyond me now, and we don't have a relationship. If I were to come up to him and be like, hey, you want to play? I'm a fan at that point. I'm just a guy in his chat.
Yeah.
I'm not a peer. I'm no longer a peer to him. I'm actually just a person with him. And so I was like, I don't know. So that was my whole thing. Is like, man, I actually felt intimidated by someone who was, he doubled my followers. And so I was like, frick, man, I don't know. He's doing something better than I am. He's doing it right. So I don't know. It was a weird experience. I found myself being like, I wonder if anybody else feels this way, because it's pretty strong right now, these feelings. So I don't know.
I never really thought about it like that. I mean, I'm just completely oblivious, but I don't know, I'm just unaware of everything. Like people being above me, people being below me. I'm just going on my way,
Yeah.
you know. Like I never. If you don't take the time to stop and think about it, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Out of sight, out of mind.
And then that's maybe
Ignorance
something
is
a part of
bliss.
my character is that I'm just so self-conscious and I'm always trying to improve my stuff. I'm always trying to make myself look better. And maybe it is just a matter of like shutting it off and having fun. I don't know. I was curious if you guys felt
No,
that.
I think Spirit worded that perfectly because when he started talking, I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize there's a lot of streamers I follow that aren't super huge, but they're definitely way bigger than me. And like, I don't consider myself a peer in their level at all. I'm legit like a fan with them, even though, you know, they might not be the biggest streamer, but I'm still like, oh, you have double my numbers. So instantly, like, I'm not on your level. I'm literally just a viewer of you. If you acknowledge my question in chat or acknowledge me in chat, I get so excited. Like I fangirl out about it. It's crazy. And I never thought about it until he started talking. I was like, oh my God, that's what I do.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Like I feel like there's like certain levels to Twitch, and I think reaching out to people that are bigger than you, it's like if you're in like the Twitch world, I think it's like that Greek God X complex. Not throwing any shade, but people talking about like leeching off of people to get to the top or networking, but like not really. Like I feel
Social
like
ladder.
Yeah.
It's a social ladder.
So I feel like I don't. Yeah, like whenever I'm thinking about reaching out, I know we've talked about like Panda was someone that we've been trying to get him on this podcast, and I went from finding him at like 5 viewers to someone that has 30 viewers all the time, gets raids, and can retain those raids at like 80 viewers. Like he's popping off. His stream is so much fun. But now that he's grown to like a higher level where like he's in the 40s, I feel like having like this podcast, where like you stream with the overlay and send them my way. I feel like that's not fair. Of like like all of our viewers combined equal to his viewers as just him sending them over. I feel like I can't do that anymore. And like even though I found him at the smallest state of his channel, but I think that people maybe feel like you're not on their level, and if you try to talk to them, it's some selfish intent, some other agenda.
Yeah.
To where like
even if
you
it's
kind of
not,
have to even if it's not, so you kind of have to work your way up, and you get like these tiers. Like I know from I used to run like an Instagram account, and basically like you had to get to certain following to talk to people of certain following. So when you got 5K, you could talk to people at 10K. When you got to 8K, basically you could talk to people of double your followers, and that's it. So when I hit 10K, I knew people that were at like 20K, and they knew that I knew those people. So then like the people at 100K accounts would talk to me because of who I knew. And I was like, really? That's actually how it is? Like that's kind of shallow. Like, I didn't really like that. So I feel like, I definitely see myself at a different level than people that are just way above. Not worthy, dude. Not worthy.
So I want real fast because Shelly, Maj and Stephanie brought up a really good question. I think but you got so distracted with Daquan.
I'm sorry.
The fact that people like certain streamers, I think they don't look at chat, interact with chat for a reason. I think that gives them like the celebrity status, like, oh, I'm so cool, When it's like you win that lottery, right? Like, oh, I do respond to one person every hour, and if that's you, holy crap, that's so cool. And so I think it is like a thing where it's a social thing where they're like, if I don't acknowledge chat and acknowledge one chat every now and then, it's like when I do acknowledge that one person, it's a huge deal. So people are like, pursue it. It gives it greater value. That's what one engagement probably has like the potential to affect many people around them. So I don't know. It's an interesting thing. I do see it happening though. I see some streamers where they do interact with all the chat. They take a moment. Like Tim is awesome. He'll stop what he's doing and actually just talk with chat. It's super cool. So I don't know. I think it's a social thing that they do. It's a manipulation thing they do. So.
Oh, yeah, by the way, just like a little side note, just because like this is a podcast, I'm making sure that like I'm talking to all of these people. So obviously like I'm like looking at chat to see if there's like questions being asked, and we'll take questions like at the end, anything streamer or like gaming or like related. But I try not to read or not to like acknowledge all of chat because everyone sent their viewers here to be in one place. So it's not me being a streamer talking to chat. I'm talking to everyone. So I'm just trying to make sure like we're not ignoring you guys at all. I'm sure like everyone looks over and like reads. I'm sure, but I'm trying to keep combo going as like a host and out of respect for everyone else here. You know. Oh, you didn't mean to. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I've always thought I was more of like Deontay type, but it's fine. No, that's good. I feel okay. Oh wait, did Goose answer on the intimidation?
Alright.
Did
Going back to like the original thing, like on the spectrum, I'd say I'm like probably closer to Dottie, where I'm like more towards the oblivious side. But now, like, did you guys answer the question? I thought more about it. Now that I think about it, the people like that I have connected with most have definitely been people that have been, you know, around the same size stream that I am. But yeah, I don't know if I'd be intimidated to try to talk to like bigger streamers. Now I think about it, I probably would. Not that I've like actually tried, but
Yeah.
I also like take a lot of interest in like helping other people try to grow their streams. I guess I take a lot of satisfaction in that, like growing at the same time as someone, where we start off at the same level and we work our way up together. I see a lot of value and I take a lot of interest in that. So
yeah, I feel you on that.
yeah, I think I take a lot more satisfaction in that than trying to leech off a bigger streamer and boost myself up off that. I don't know. If it feels more mutual, I don't know.
I agree. I know, as of recent, like, I've been thinking of, like, attempting to get, like, a bigger streamer, like, 200, 300 viewer streamer, like, on this show. Now, obviously, I wouldn't have them do the whole, like, stream it to divert people. I mean, if they wanted to advertise it on their social media, that they were going to be a part of it, like, that'd be awesome. But, like, I feel like for them, I wouldn't want, like, that would be a really sucky way to, like, propose the offer, like, hey, can you be on my show and give me all of your viewers because you're someone that's made it? Really, what I value is the experience, and I think the perspective that they can answer these questions with that that none of us have because we haven't gone through that experience that they have. So I'm still working on that because I think I've had a couple streamers that they've gotten bigger that I've been watching for a long time. Like, hey, I was with you when you were at 25 viewers, and now you're at 200 to 400. So I'm hoping that investment, maybe I could get someone that would come in here and show me what's up. Tell me what's up.
I think somebody with a bigger following like that, even with them doing a host and then also tweeting out, "Hey, I'm going to be on this channel," would be just as good as them doing what we're doing.
The live deal, okay.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I mean, why I feel like a streamer with like 200 to 400 viewers might be like down to do this is because, like, have you noticed like older people or like people that are like ahead of like a certain type of job or like occupation, I feel like they actually enjoy like telling other people about what they like to do.
Oh, for sure.
So I feel like if I were to ask somebody, like, they'd be like they might be down if they had like the time to do it, because like they would love to do that. Like, here, like, you guys want to know about me, like about what I do, like sure. So still trying to work on that, but wait, make sure you apply slow chat soon. We're going. Wait, what? We're going up there in chat flow soon. Oh wait, how do I do that? I actually don't know. I mean, being a small streamer, I've never had to go on that slow mo mode because I would prefer a speed up mode actually. But there's kind of not enough typically. But if you can tell me in chat as we're going on, I'm definitely down to do that so we can make sure we're reading everything. But next question, I guess. Okay, well, now that I read the question, based on what Goose said earlier, I think we might have his answer already, but I forgot who asked this question. I think it was the Limp Walrus, that's Spencer. Do you listen to music when you stream, and do you make playlists for different games that you stream? So, like, I got my League of Legends playlist, and then, like, when I'm going to play Fortnite, I got this playlist, or is it just all one deal? So, like, music-wise, like, how do you guys handle that? Anyone can go. I don't know.
Well, I don't do the copyright music thing, so I try. Well, what is weird though, now that I started doing like when I do WoW, I started looking up like copyright or royalty free like metal music, because it just seems like something more metal, or even like Call of Duty. And then if I'm playing like Fortnite or some other game, I'll do like, I don't know, like just house music or whatever, like the first copyright playlist like pops up. But yeah, so that's the closest I get to changing it up music wise.
I mean, I type in like no copyright sounds like
Sounds.
hype playlist, and I have literally a 300 song playlist that I play every single stream now. And basically, the way that the stream starts, I just choose to skip a certain amount of songs. So I'll skip 50, and then we'll start from 51. Next day, I'll start at 100, and then we'll start from 100, and we'll go. Or maybe I'll just let the playlist start the way it is. So I just kind of start from a different point, so it doesn't seem like repetitive, you know? But for me, like, yeah, I just want to make sure that my stuff isn't muted, and I have, like, uplifting, you know, just background noise, because I think it helps you not have to be, like, extremely entertaining, like, 24/7. Like, I'm waiting in queue for paladins, and no one's chatting, and I'm just, like, sitting there,
silence.
and I hear the crickets, dude, and I hear them, and it's rough, dude. So, yeah, definitely, yeah, just something that's kind of uplifting, and it has enough songs to where I don't have to worry about finding a new playlist, because my stream guaranteed will be shorter than a 331 song playlist. Like, that's hours and hours of songs.
I hope so.
So, yeah.
So my secret, and you guys are welcome to run with this, is I play video game music, and because that's copyright free, you can play that all day because they want you to play their video games on YouTube. So there's stuff like Risk of Rain. These are indie games. Fury. If you haven't played the game Fury, their music is beautiful. Cryptid Necrodancer. There's all kinds of really great video game soundtracks, especially this indie world, that are just like freaking bangers, man. And you can just, if you want to play hype, I have like I have a whole, like, what is this, 200 and something song playlist of really great songs. And I also have, like, I take out the chill ones of those albums, throw them into a chill list. And so I have a hype and a chill list, and that's pretty much my two modes. And so I'm either at it or I'm chilling out. So
there we go. I found my loophole. I'm just gonna play music from Rock Band in the background. They'll never know the difference.
There's a bunch of dope Final Fantasy music that'd be good. I don't know. There's all kinds of cool crap out there. That's awesome. So I don't know.
Nice.
Real quick, anyone else can talk. I just want to make sure, you know, we're halfway through, and I'm like, is everyone's volume levels like equal? I remember, like, very first podcast ever, I had someone on like 40% for some reason, and I was like tripping out. I just want to make sure. Yeah,
well, we're on this subject. You should get a house band for the podcast.
Ooh, just
like they do on talk shows.
Just hire someone.
Yeah, just sit right behind you.
Sit on my bed.
Right behind you.
You can pan over to them when they're playing their music.
If anyone,
I'll go next. So I kind of already answered this question, but I just have one playlist. It started off at like 30 or 40 songs. Me and my girlfriend spent like 20 minutes just jotting down songs we might want to have on the stream. And now with like what my community's contributed, we're like around 500 songs. So it's similar to Recidation, where like, yeah, I'm not gonna run out of songs to listen to on one stream unless I have like a 48-hour stream or something, which
that's dope.
Is seemingly unlikely. But I'm debating like splitting it up and potentially making different playlists just in case I want to play other games, and I might have certain songs that are more fitting for other games. But limited by time right now, so we'll see about that.
Yeah.
But I looked into the copyright stuff that you guys are talking about, because like all my VODs are muted. I don't even know why I record VODs. Everything that everybody requests is always copyrighted stuff. So my VODs are like 75% muted.
Dang.
Yeah, and sorry.
I
was gonna say real fast that there are people who apparently look to share our stuff, like the magazines and the Twitch retweet people. They actually won't retweet your stuff or share your stuff if it has copyrighted music in it.
Really?
So actually, multiple people being like, guys, we want to share stuff, but you guys keep posting copyrighted stuff. I can't even share what I would want to share because it's got copyright, and I legally can't do that. And so it's just a little tidbit thrown in there. It's worth investing in.
I didn't think about that. Okay. For me, there's some days where like I just don't care. Like if I'm not having the best day, but I'm like, oh, gotta stick to schedule. Like I'll play music that like I actually like. That is copywritten. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna get it muted. Hopefully, I don't make some insane play, and like it gets muted, and I can't get my reaction. But I'm like, you know what? For the most part, you just need basically just music without words. So like kind of instrumental type stuff. You know, it's called no copyright sounds. Like it's just like it's not an actual song to the point where like there's no way that there could even be like a dispute about it. But a quick side note, as far as California, mariachi per hour is $175 to $800. So if we were to do a house band, reach in your pockets,
Nice.
gentlemen. I'm just saying, we're needing $1,600 max.
Throw that new dono goal up.
Yeah.
I got a guitar. I got a guitar. And I can hook it up to my soundboard
boy.
and we'll play some music. We can make it happen.
Oh, we'll see what we can do. A little battle of the bands, but anyone else got anything on music? I think did Dottie go?
It's you know, I'm pretty similar to you. Like, if I'm looking, like, hey, I'm perhaps gonna make some juicy clips. You know, get the big schwacks and no music. You know, no music. Don't want to get muted. Or like, if I'm playing with people and talking, I can't listen to music and talk to people. My brain just doesn't work like that. But if it's like late at night, I'm grinding, playing solo. I'll just chuck on whatever. Like, you know, it gets muted. It's whatever. I probably should have no copyrighted sort of a chill playlist, a hype playlist, but I just can't make playlists. My brain doesn't associate moods with like songs with. It's just like, oh yeah, I like this song. I'll put this on this playlist, but it's just a big jumbled mess.
I like Dottie's
that's
jazzy
my
stuff.
take.
I always ask, what song is this? What song is this? Where it's like there's some hip hop to it, and then I'm like, wait a minute, a dude's rapping, and then 30 seconds later there's a saxophone. Like, bet, I'm down. I don't know why it works. It works. It just works. Man, I'm telling you guys.
Discover Weekly goes places.
And then there's some stuff where it's like rappers from like New Zealand. Like, that's kind of what I'm talking about, you know, with being someone that's not from like America. Like, there's unique things where I'm like, who is this rapper? Like, this isn't someone that's like big. He's like, oh, he's one of like the bigger ones in New Zealand. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I haven't heard of them, and they're really good. So I don't know. That's kind of another unique thing, like, to his music, because it's not something that I would experience without watching. Never.
No, I get that.
So I just shared something in chat. Maybe we can share it with the stream later. But there is a new system that's AI generated royalty-free music. So like, you go to the site and you tell it what you want, how long you want it to be. Do you want to drop at 5 minutes? Do you want it to be a banger at 7 minutes? And then whatever, and then it makes a song for. It generates a brand new song for you right then and there.
No way.
And it's
Wait,
Is this
what?
free? This is a
Links
free
in the chat.
extension?
Links in the chat.
Yeah, can we get a link?
I got you. I dropped it in chat. It's
If
called
a
Juke
gnome-
Deck.
If it's a gnome, I'm gonna click it. Never before happened. No one's got me. Juke Deck. Can I get a
No,
mod?
no, it's
Is there
a real
mod
thing.
here? Yes.
That's pretty
Do it
dope.
for me.
How
You
does
gotta check that out later.
work?
Can never be
So-
too careful.
I created one song with it and I really liked it, but I was trying to find a way. I think you have to download them, which is fine. I don't mind downloading and making a
Yeah.
local playlist on Spotify. I just was like, I didn't have time to do it, but a friend of mine did this and she loves it. And this is like her study. She does art house hosting and she does music like this for some of their stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Dang.
I think I would use this for shoot. I think Tim the Tatman used to do this when he played Overwatch, but like, he had a song that he knew when the bass drop was gonna happen, and then he would do like a rappel on like Widowmaker, and then try to get like a midair snipe right on the bass drop for like a really insane clip. Where like, if you generated something, you're like, hey, in 10 seconds, if I just count in my head, the bass is gonna like drop. That's when I throw out the like ability. Like, you could really like script yourself some really nice clips.
Yo, I'm already bad enough at League, dude. I don't need that kind of
Well, I know Tyler 1 will put on like really intense music for the final team fight, where he's like, we're gonna go hard, and I'm probably gonna kill everyone, and we're gonna win this game. And I know I had some really intense music going on, like a final round of Paladins. The enemy team actually just ended up just kind of going brain dead. We won in like 20 seconds, and the music was like really intense, and I kind of felt bad. But I think those are little interesting things to make yourself get some really nice clips. So I would definitely use that. That sounds dope.
No,
But is that everyone on music?
I think so.
All right. So my next question then is, oh yeah, what do you guys think of like the new tag systems and like the fact that there's no more communities? Do you guys kind of like it? It's like, is it 5, 6 tags?
I don't even know how it really works. Am I supposed to update it every time I go live?
I think it's
or is it just
every-
set?
Yeah, it's like every time. Maybe like that's a good thing, because like, you know how like maybe I would leave myself in a certain community that I wasn't in, like
Yeah.
like maybe I would switch my game category, but I wouldn't switch my game community. So I'm playing Fortnite streaming under League of Legends, like their community tag. So like maybe they're making it to where like they clear out all the potential like just garbage of people streaming under the same tags every day, whether or not they're even playing that game. But it's more like genres and like it's more specific though. Like what are you looking for? So I know for you, you play with viewers. That's in your title. There's literally playing with viewers, like a tag.
In the tag, yeah.
So I don't know.
But there's not an option to do tags in Streamlabs OBS, right?
Oh, that's not one I can answer.
So I'd have to go all the way over. Well, I mean, it's not all the way over, but I have to go to Twitch and then manually do it in Twitch, like right after I go live, pretty much. Or do I do that before I go live?
You do it, you can do it both. So there are tags that come as you go, and there's tags you can just add as you go, or you can do it before, whatever. But I think the tag system is unfortunately an unused, untapped potential. Like you can come in, like if you go to Call of Duty and you click on it, you can start applying filters right away, like playing with viewers. That's a tag that you can add, and it's like cool. If I want to play with a streamer, I can come in here and do that. There's also like competitive, PvP, blackout, stuff like that. Unfortunately, not a lot of the big streamers are using it because they don't have to, because they so I'm afraid it's not going to catch on. I'm afraid it's not going to be as awesome as it should be. But it is a really cool idea that I don't know. I think the loss of communities is kind of painful because it was an option for us to unify and become one team. So I don't know. I think they could have kept them both and used both of them. But it's got potential. It's gonna either take a little while to catch on, or it's never gonna catch on. So,
and the reason I talked about it being more specific is because Spirit was it you that was saying it would literally change the tag to the character you were playing per Overwatch game?
Yeah, I was playing Overwatch and I was like, I was trying to add Reaper because that's who I play a lot. And so I was like, man, I can't. I see people with Reaper tags. How do I do that? And so I started playing a game, and once that game was done, I went back and it said Reaper on there. Like, that's weird. So I switched to Roadhog, and within moments, like 10 seconds, it's my tag had switched to Roadhog. And I was like, wow, that's freaking dope. So I don't know. And then it automatically detects your language. It does a lot of stuff. So I don't know. It's got a lot of potential.
Does the English tag, like the language tag, count towards your number? I was curious if you guys know that. Because it doesn't have an X out option. Like, I can't remove it if I wanted to.
No, the automated tags don't count. It's just the,
Okay. But do you guys use them or not really? I mean, I try to update them, but sometimes I'm like, I mean, there's one tag that says ranked, and then one that says competitive, and I'm like, same thing, but I'm gonna use both. And then I like cooperative, squads, and I'm like, what? I mean, so I'm not even sure exactly what I'm supposed to use, so I just throw as many on there as it let me that I think are remotely what I'm doing. But
do they keep adding more as time goes on? Because I feel like when it first dropped, there was like nothing. Oh, okay. I feel like that'll probably get better and worse as time goes on because more choice, but then also more, I don't know, variety. So in a good and a bad way.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree.
How about when we had communities? Because I never even really messed with that too much. Like I kind of just said it and just like forgot about it. Was there a lot of like duplicate of the same?
There was Fortnite and like Fortnite Battle Royale.
Yeah,
that's the only one I noticed.
Or even like of the same name. Could you have multiple communities of like the same name, or is it like once you enter a community name, like that is just that? Like could you make your own community?
Yeah,
you could, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like let's say like you did like Recitation. Could I also make a Recitation community, and then it would just be like split, so people would not know which one to join?
Correct.
I mean, I thought that your name of the community had to be unique, like to my knowledge. Because I thought when we were going to make one for the old Discord, I think we were like really trying to like make sure that that it was like clear, like we're not going to change this tag. Like this is the way that we want it spelled, because like we're going to be the ones that make like the official tag for the group. Like maybe someone could come in and lowercase some stuff and it would go through, but I think they had to be unique.
Yeah, it can't be an exact copy, but yeah, there's some obvious ways to get around that kind of crap, such as, like I said, capitalizing something or
Okay,
whatever. So, or underscore crap like that.
Well, yeah, maybe this tax thing would be a good thing. Then so that way there won't be so much clutter. Like it'll,
That was the
it'll
goal.
Group everything. Yeah.
Goose,
That
do
was
you
one of the
use
things
them?
people mentioned.
I played around with the old ones. I haven't since there's been the change, I haven't done
Okay.
too much. Yeah, not gonna lie, not super informed about it.
I got you. Well, part of me was thinking like, you know how like you used to be able to put in tags of like the game you were playing. I'm curious maybe if they don't want you to do that. Like maybe they would rather you follow the game, because you know how you can follow games on Twitch. Like maybe they'd rather you follow the game and be checking in on that rather than following a tag or like a hashtag. I feel like it's just better to follow the game, because like ever since I found that feature, like for the games I play, if I have no streamer to watch, I'll go under like the games and just look. I mean they've always been on there, but there hasn't always been the option to follow a game.
Well, so like we were trying to identify our personality traits earlier that made our streams great. I mean, I believe in the ideal world, this system would work like that, where you have tags that identify what makes you great, such as Dottie's got an awesome chill stream. There would be a chill tag, and you would search, all right, I don't want to watch a Dr. Disrespect right now because I just don't. He's too hype. So I want to find a chill tag. So ideally, I think it would work something like that, where you have tags that accurately describe the traits of your stream, and then you search and filter by that.
Yeah. So you can check multiple boxes. You're like, I want a chill streamer who's playing with viewers, like that kind of deal.
Exactly. So I don't know. In an ideal world, that's how it would work. But instead, we keep seeing stuff like Rest said, we're competitive and ranked. What's the difference? You should identify that, because now you got two people using two different tags, and no one knows what it means. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me hit you guys up with another one, dude. Do you guys... Okay, this was... Okay. Do you guys think that you have to innovate or replicate to make it as a big streamer? So do you have to innovate something new, or do you have to replicate something that all the top guys are doing? Like, what's the key? Like, can you just copy people? Or is it all about, like, what's that new idea?
I feel like you got to get a balance. Like, following the crowd will get you so far, but then you've got to do something to stand out and rise above, and people be like, damn, that's the guy right there. I don't know exactly what it is. I mean, it's pretty sort of on the fence answer, but like some things just work, some things having whatever, having point systems and having, sub rewards and stuff, that sort of stuff, it just works. So of course you're going to do that, but where you go from there, I feel like, is where you sort of can stand out, and that's, up to you.
Yeah, I think like when you're first starting out, especially, you really go like on a character search. Like you really try to figure out like, okay, well, what kind of streamer am I going to be? Like you kind of almost look for trends, be like, okay, well, all these streamers are killing it they stream this way, so I'm going to try out that way. And then if that doesn't work, then they're like, oh, well, this doesn't work for me. Maybe I got to change something up. And then you go through different phases until you find what works for you. But I think there's something to almost, it's not really copying, because you don't want to be exactly like a character. Like, everybody knows the doc. And so people, I'm sure, want to be like, oh, well, I can make a character like that. But like, you can tell the ones that are just straight up trying to imitate, and then the ones that are influenced by. And I think the ones that are influenced by are the ones that are way more successful than the direct imitators.
I agree. I think that there's a healthy balance, though. Maybe that's just my mindset, but I think that there is something where you kind of pull in what I would define as the meta of streaming, right? And then you apply your own spin to it. So obviously we have this meta where it's a camera, bottom left, top, bottom right corner. We have a green screen. We commentate, we do this and that. We have overlays that convey most recent followers, stuff like that. So it's keeping it to that style and keeping to the style of trying to be interactive and not dull. But I do agree that you do got to put your own spin on it. You got to make it who you are, because otherwise, let's be honest, we're probably less rehearsed and less practiced than the person we're trying to imitate.
Yeah.
So it's we got to bring something special to the table, and that may not always work. And I think that's something that we probably have to realize, adapt, and change to. But we do have to I think, find a middle ground where we are approachable, we are relatable, we are, but we do have to put our own stuff on there.
Absolutely.
I think that it might also be both. Like, I mean, I used to stream both. I know, like, for DB, mostly Fortnite, and then for U2 League. And I felt like, I mean, yeah, you could get, like, super, super good at the game, but you would only be recognized, right, if you were, like, some ex-pro player or, like, a current pro player. So I'm trying to figure out, like, in a huge title, like, how, like, is innovating the only way? Or will people just recognize skill? And they're like, hey, this is worth a follow. Because I think that might be a way to separate yourself, would be a skill cap that people can't hit.
Mm-hmm. I think for sure, but I think it's getting people to even know that you have that skill cap. Do you know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah.
So it's hard for them to filter through to be like, oh, well, this is the guy that's good, because you can't watch all these streamers like streaming at the same time and being like, oh, well, I'm gonna go to this guy. This guy's doing really good right now. So they kind of have to like randomize like through the names and be like, okay, it's this guy. Let's go see what this guy's up to. Oh, he's not good. All right, skip him. Let's go to the next guy. So I think it kind of goes back to like how my Bush thing, like where there was just that one thing where they're like, this caught my attention. Let me just see what this is. And then, but if I was good, I'm sure my numbers would be way better. But since I'm absolute trash, they just drop in and be like, oh, he's in the bush. All right, cool. I'm out of here. He's horrible at this game. See ya.
Got you. I'm trying to get Clam settled in. His camera's not working at the moment, but he'll probably just be back for it.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah. Welcome, dude. Look at that seamless transition. I tried my best, dude, to kind of shift him around. But no, I totally agree. I feel like it's you see someone that's like, hey, you're super good at the game, but hey, you're still not entertaining, so I'm gone. Because part of me, I know in like a previous podcast, I was like, you either have to be really funny or like really good at the game, and like maybe that's not true. Maybe like, hey, really good at the game is not enough. You know, you're still streaming. Like if people wanted to, watch you play because you're super good, they would just maybe watch replays of your league matches or replays of your Fortnite matches to see what you do and learn. But there's more interaction to streaming than just playing well.
Yeah,
I think it's DB that recommended, or maybe it was Spirit. I don't know. Some dude, he has like ice underneath his camera, but like he speaks really like informatively like to his viewers, and his goal is for people to get better at the end of the stream.
Oh, it might be Jaguar.
The guy that I was referring to was Joel. Oh man,
was it Penguin something? Maybe.
Yeah, Kung Fu Penguin.
Kung Fu Penguin, dude. So I feel like for him, it's like you have like a small audience, or I know. Well, Jaguar said the same thing. Like his goal at the end is for people to get better. So you have a stream where you're like teaching, like that's more interactive than like, hey, watch me get these like victory like royales. Like that's not enough. It's like, hey, like what can I do to show off my skill as well as involving my viewers and helping them get better at the game. But yeah.
But yeah, I think I totally agree that skill can only take you so far though. Unless you're doing like pro tournaments constantly and you're just a name, like a household name in the gaming world, it's gonna be really hard to keep people watching you just for your skill alone. But like if you're like you're saying, like if you're just hyper focused, just playing, but you're just nuking people, then I think like it's gonna be real tough.
But why do people follow Ninja?
Okay. I actually have a point about that later, though. I guess it might merge into like a future question, but the way I see it, I know we used to bash on him for like corner of the screen.
I lovingly bash on him.
Just killing, he's just chilling out, and I'm thinking like, wait, but he switches to other games and still like retains like huge viewership. Like, oh man, why is this pixel MMO game the third highest game on Twitch? You look. Ninja and Soda are playing it with 20k viewers each. And I'm like, man, is it just Fortnite? I was like, I mean, maybe maybe he's better than I think. And I just took a few streams maybe where he wasn't super in it, and I just judged. And then we come on the podcast and be like, I have, my name is Restation. I average 6 viewers, and I think I'm better than Ninja. Like, no, I feel like we were talking about we were making the point that his skill cap makes it to where he could lack complete like humor and emotion and still get viewership because of that skill cap that no one else can touch. I mean, Myth and all them, like, they're really good at the game, but it's like for Ninja, it's like no one really compared anyone to his level.
He's so good. He's fantastic at the game. The man's a monster at the game. But I when I knock on somebody like that, it's very much like a loving knock. Because they're very successful. But I think that I hate that we put people in such a position that they're beyond reproach and they're beyond criticism. And so I'm always the one where I'm like, I'll lovingly criticize someone and I'll definitely praise them for what they're doing great. But when someone like that is like, man, he's doing good at the game, but he's such a, I don't know.
Yeah.
So he's such a. It's every time I go watch, he's just sitting there like blank faced and maybe talking. Who knows? But he's just like this all the time, and whatever. And so it's like I don't know.
I think what it is that because you put yourself in it, you're like, man, if I had what you have right now, I would be doing so much better than what you're doing with that. Like you're taking what you have for granted. Like this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
No, I know. I completely get that. I was like. I would always think like, oh man, what if I got hosted for like, 20K viewers? Like, I feel like, oh, would I be entertained? Like, I would like retain it. I mean, I got a 200 viewer host from like Electrical Skateboard, which is basically just other streamers trying to get a host. So typically they'll leave when they figure out they didn't win. But like, I got like a 200 viewer host and retained like 65 people, and I was like, okay. Yeah, you're not a complete stick in the mud. Like, hey, we got we went from 5 people to 65. And those 65 are like sticking around. And I was like, okay, bet. Now the follow count didn't, replicate that 65. It was more along the lines of, just take out the 6, so 5. But it's like, I was kind of proud. I'm like, all right, dude, look at you retaining like, partner status numbers right here, and it was kind of nice. So no, I know what you mean. It kind of feels like taking it for granted, but like, I see streamers like Tyler 1 and Tim that show up and like they're excited to chat. Like T1 just turns on camera and he's like, like I was like, I don't know. It's like you're excited to like be there. You're like, you're not taking them for granted. I like that. But yeah. Did we? Okay, so basically, Clem, before you got here, basically the like base question of all this was, do you have to innovate or replicate to make it big as a streamer? So do you have to like innovate, find the next big new thing, or just replicate what's already out there that's at the top?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think you guys kind of touched on that already. I think you have to go with a working formula, but also make it your own at the same time. I put a little bit of a spin on it, but also don't be like a cookie cutter streamer that's just like focuses entirely on like what their channel looks like. Focus more on your content than like your like anything else. But at the same time, go with make your stream look professional. Do what these other streamers before you have done to grow their channel. Because no one wants to. If say you get rated and your stream is a mess, like there's no info about you underneath your channel, no one knows anything about you, and you have to sit there and answer any questions like manually. It gets annoying to people that are just tuning in for the first time. It's I don't know. That's my opinion on it.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good. I agree completely.
You want them to know as much about get as much information about why they'd want to watch you immediately. Yeah, because and I know we've talked about like YouTube versus Twitch and like people's like attention spans. Like maybe someone doesn't want to work that hard to figure out what you're all about because 1 minute of your live stream, odds are, will not define the exact type of streamer that you are, and like the best of the best of your stream is probably not that first minute that they tune in. But if they can kind of see a little bit more about you, it's kind of just that little bit more of a reason to stay. I'm going to assume, I don't think Dottie's cam is frozen, correct? I know he stepped out.
No, he got out.
He stepped out real quick.
It was lagging a little bit before, but
that 4 FPS, I was seeing it. Where it's at. All right, another question is... Oh yeah, DB also told me this, and then I saw it as well on the Twitch news of this week. What do you guys think about the multi-stream announcement from Twitch? So I think is it 4? Is there a max?
Hype.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't catch.
The
sport.
multi-stream, like you can stream like group streaming, kind of like basically
Really?
like all 4 streams would like be on like one screen, and I didn't think this was super impressive because I think Mixer has been doing this. Like I tried out Mixer streaming and I was like seeing like the one big streamer and then the 3 smaller ones, and then basically you choose who to full screen and who to have sound on for, because I think DB was saying, I feel like I'm just taking your answer, but like if it was something where you hear everyone at once, like man, that would be crazy. It would be annoying.
Yeah.
It would be terrible to hear sound coming from 4 different streamers at once. But I think whoever you have full screen is the person whose sound is on, and you can switch between the perspectives. Someone dies in a squad, as opposed to spectate mode, you could just literally watch their stream. And I'm also curious if it gives all 4 of them the view. I would assume it does, because I'm assuming there's settings for setting up a multi-stream, and they all get the view. But
I would say it's either that or whoever you have full screened.
okay,
Like,
is the person
How
that
would
you're
chat
doing.
work for that though? Like, let's say, because you can't just be swapping through everybody's chat like every time you
Yeah.
change a screen, right?
Yeah.
maybe if you're in a multi-chat or if you're in a multi-stream chat, just shows up for everybody in that stream.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a good question.
Oh, man.
Logistics is definitely like,
Yeah.
well, we'll bring that up, but the concept is genius. And I think it's something that's been needed for a while, because like it's so much easier to work to tackle this whole Twitch scene as a team as compared to a solo act. And so I'm excited. It's going to get more people together and cooperating together.
Yeah, that changes the game for streaming games like CS:GO, Rainbow Six Siege, stuff like that.
Oh.
There you can see all 5 people on a team at one time, all their perspectives, and you can switch between them at will. That changes the game for that.
That's actually pretty
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
I didn't think about it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like scrims and stuff, you could see everybody.
Yeah.
Oh well, that could be huge.
Games that aren't casted, but people still want to watch, like high level scrims, stuff like that.
Someone clip that, because if they make money off of like a whole a Cloud9 team streaming their scrims, Clam gets a royalty. I'm just throwing out there. Just a quick clip on that. Thank you, genius. I didn't think about that, because like there's so many different games that are, they're just group games, and people stream together. I know a lot of big Fortnite streamers. Like I think that's also what's made, just to go back to Ninja, like made it more entertaining to me, is he's actually playing with streamers more often. So he's forced to interact, and they'll talk smack because they're all competitive people, even though they're on the same team, going for most kills and talking about like who really did better on whatever game. And I think that seeing all the big streamers together would be really cool. But as far as the whole viewer count thing, that'd be crazy. If say it was combined, you got Ninja Tim Shroud 90K. Like, I don't know, man. I think that'd be pretty insane.
Be breaking viewership records left and right. You put a squad like that together.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Did everyone get to answer on the old multi-stream? Or have any more opinions? Just a dope thing.
No, yeah, we're good. We're good.
And we already got the Discord one. Okay, this is an interesting question. I know my favorite streamer is like Summit1G. And I know he like started off on like CS:GO, and a lot of his viewers will still ask, whatever game he's playing, like, oh, when's CS:GO? And like my question was like, do you think streamers like, partially at least, owe their success to like the game or games that they like played, starting out, like that gave them like their break, or like this is what they used to get their initial following, or is it their personality at heart that got people to stay?
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
I feel like some people maybe feel like when you're like a smaller streamer, like that's the game that you want to play, and then maybe it kind of gets boring and you tell yourself, well, I could play whatever I want because I was streaming when I had no viewers, right? It wasn't because of the viewer count, so I'll just play what I enjoy. And then people are like, oh, what happened to this game? This is what we all came to watch you for. And then someone's like, I don't care, like I'm streaming, I'm gonna play what I want. And at first I was thinking like that's kind of a kick in the face to whatever game you like started off at, but at the same time, like, you should just play what you want, right? Like, you're the streamer. It's not, a game doesn't define you. But
That's pretty much, that makes sense.
Okay.
You shouldn't be relegated to only playing whatever game that you decided to start streaming on originally. That'd be a terrible thing to do.
Yeah, it's understandable though, because some of the people, you do go to them for that, and I get it when people don't want to follow through with some of the stuff that I whatever, but I think it is something that like that's a critique to take to the bank where if you are not retaining those numbers when you switch games, maybe that's something that you can look at and say, man, I should probably work on making me like people helping becoming a strong enough personality that people come to the stream for me rather than the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I know many streamers that I'll watch them because I just love that person because they're so funny, they're so interactive, and I'll stick with them no matter what they watch. But there are people that I've watched before, and they're like, they're just not that entertaining, but they're freaking good at whatever they're playing. And so I'll stick with them to learn, stick with them to interact community wise, and then just once I'm done with that game, it's like whatever. Their personality wasn't strong enough for me to stay. So,
okay. That might not be like the hottest question I could come up with, but I think it kind of segued into like a second question I had, and that was like, was Fortnite insanely big on Twitch, or was Ninja big on Twitch? Because I noticed with like BO4 coming out, like Ninja could just take his viewership to like BO4, and then all these new YouTubers come out of nowhere. They play BO4, and then you're like, wait, like the viewership for like a game like Fortnite like isn't that big when you take away like those 3 top guys. So it's just like, I feel like maybe Fortnite wasn't this insanely good game. People will follow the streamer around. They won't follow the game. They want the personality. So like, to answer the question, maybe it's like, maybe the game isn't really like the thing that people come for. It's like the personality that enables the game to be fun to watch in the first place.
I don't know, because there's a lot of titles that are going to be like home run titles. Like everybody knew Call of Duty was going to be huge before it even came out. Everyone knew that everybody was going to jump on that. All the major streamers were going to be playing that as soon as it dropped. Everybody knew Spider-Man was going to be huge when it dropped. Everyone knew like Red Dead Redemption 2 was going to be huge when it dropped. So like those numbers were already going to be big no matter what. And like people they knew ahead of time, like, okay, well, I'm going to be streaming this because this is going to be the hot new game. Whether they stick with that, I'm not really sure, but they're for sure, everybody's going to be for sure streaming that. So those views are always going to jump up, but I think people are always going to go back to their comfort zone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a mutual exchange. I think it's an ecosystem more than just a sign of the times, because I think that Fortnite, as much as I don't like the game, it is fantastic for keeping things fresh, for constantly improving, for taking feedback and just running with it. Like the new tournament mode, genius. Like they're doing so many things right. So, but it is right where the viewership, if Ninja's on, it's number 1. Fortnite's number 1. If Ninja's not on, it's number 3 or 4. And so, or if the summer splits on, they have their events, it goes back up. But it is definitely a thing where they benefit from one another. Like Fortnite was made big by Ninja, and then, but Fortnite on its own was very good. It was actually a good game for the time, and it still is holding well. It's free, it's strong, and it's constantly having updates. So I don't know. I think that there is a back and forth. It's ecosystem. They're feeding off each other.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ninja had the perfect personality to go along with a game like Fortnite. And I think
I agree
so well for him. Ninja's personality meshes really well with the play style that's really popular in Fortnite, which is like just a lot of shenanigans and just trying to be as obnoxious as possible. While
I love the jabs, the little jabs in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
He can be entertaining.
I think it's also the age group. Like if we're honest, like,
His
like,
personality
okay,
is a lot of-
can
is really
I just?
entertaining,
I could probably pull it up right now. At any given time, when Ninja's not even streaming and he just has his VODs on, dude has 60,000 viewers, 50,000 viewers watching his VODs, and it's like mind blowing. So even when he's offline,
because a lot of people don't understand that they're VODs.
Yeah,
maybe.
A lot of times I'll get notifications for like channels that I modded on of like people leaving messages on someone's VOD. I'm like, what? Why are they leaving messages on a VOD? Like, why are they typing in their chat? Like, what?
If you go and like look at a VOD like that Ninja's got, where he's got like 50,000-60,000 people are donating during the VOD.
That's why.
That's nutty.
With the message,
Actually,
like a
nutty.
question on it.
It's mind blowing, and so it's just like, God, the man, like, he has such strong following. I don't know. It's mind blowing. It's like you could do like a whole like psychological study on this dude's performance and results. I don't know. It's fascinating to me.
Well, I mean, I just think he just caught that wave like at the right moment, and then Drake, like making him like a household name basically, because there's so many people who didn't care about Twitch whatsoever, and they're just like, oh shoot, Drake's playing Fortnite right now, like that's crazy. Like there's a lot of people who like Fortnite, and they never watched Twitch, they would never even watch a stream, but as soon as they found out that Drake was playing it, they're like, where can I see this at? Oh, this Twitch thing, and of course he's playing with Ninja, and so like it was just the perfect storm for him to grow into like this huge major brand name. Because I mean, not saying that he wouldn't be successful without that by any means, because he obviously was, but it's just that really like pushed him over the edge of like,
I don't think
can do whatever he wants. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, one of my buddies actually went to high school with Ninja.
Really?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. He said he was a pretty nerdy dude in high school. Didn't interact too much.
I should have been nerdy.
I can see it.
Look him up, dude. Hey, send him over, dude. I'm just saying. 60K viewer podcast coming in. Just don't tell him what we've said in the past about him.
60K viewer podcast just subtly throws jabs at him constantly.
Bullying for 2 hours straight up. Hey, what do you guys think, like Goose and Dottie, on like the League side? Like I was curious, like now League has been like a huge game for such a long time. Like I had kids talking about it when I was in the 6th grade, but like I'd say currently, like, is League a huge game on Twitch, or is it like the competitive scene that's so big, or even like the bigger streamers that are personalities, they started as pro players, so it's like take away I'm a Cutie Pie, Voyboy, Tyler 1, like, which I think Riot Games has been trying to involve more in their marketing. Take those 3 streamers away. How big is that game on Twitch?
It's pretty dead, I reckon. I don't think it's massive. I mean, a lot of people do invest a lot of time, and it's like the one game they play. So I reckon there is that. There'll always be, for the foreseeable future anyway, like a sort of, community around that, because it's just such a time-consuming piece of garbage. But
So true.
But I don't know. I reckon it's had its day. I reckon it's sort of on the decline. I reckon it's time for something else. It'll always be fun, but
I think that League of Legends is so easy to watch, though. It's so fun, and there's so much opportunity for you guys to interact with chat because you're walking back to the lane or something. I think that this game will forever have a very strong foothold in the streaming community, and I think that Twitch just needs to do better at showing off these people. Like right now, there's only 49,000 viewers for League of Legends. I guarantee you, there's plenty of people who would love to find some of these great streamers, but like. It's just an information overload. You go look at the screen. It's
too many streamers for it.
There's so many streams. There's so many. There's nothing that distinguishes them. There's just like acronyms and stuff like that, which maybe I should know. I don't know if I should know. But for the things that they're adding in their thing, and I don't know. I feel like, and this is where I would argue that maybe your visuals give you, like your logo would give you a chance to stand out and show your character, but. I don't know. I feel like Twitch should do a better job, or maybe there's something we could do as a community to better showcase these people. Because I look at the Master Rodrigo. I don't know what he does. I guarantee he might be one of the best streamers ever, and I may enjoy loving the mess out of him. But I eyeball him. I don't know. My point is like when these big streamers go offline. There's got to be something to show us how these other great streamers that are probably just don't have the good amount of views, the proper viewers. So I don't know. Untapped potential.
I'm curious if Twitch could do some sort of like social experiment, like, hey, let's take the top 4 streamers of like the top 10 games and like pay them to go offline for like a week. Now maybe that's not fair to like their subs.
Paid vacation.
And maybe that's not fair to the subs. Maybe like I don't know. Or maybe Twitch could do a thing where all of their subs get increased by a week. I don't know. But, like, see what happens. If the top 4 streamers of every game goes offline, someone takes their place. The viewers don't go away.
You would have to pay them an insane amount of money.
Yeah.
In order for
I'm sure.
like
Sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like yeah, say that those 3 league streamers go offline, like I bet you maybe it would even help the game to find these crazy like unique personalities in the game. Like watching Goose's stream, I know the only reason I watch I Will Dominate is because like he's like, I'm picking this character because of this. I'm going into the game and doing this because of this. I kill this person, so this happens and this happens. And he's explaining, like, I played the game. I know like high gold's not like a really high rank at all, but like I feel like I can learn so much about a guy that's like telling me what he's doing and why he's doing, and then if I can just translate that into my games, like I get better. So Goose is just like breaking everything down, and I'm like, I don't even know what rank this guy is, but he talks and streams like a diamond player, and I'm thinking like, and I like that, and I feel like a lot of pro streamers are just like they're already at the top, and they don't explain what they do because it's this muscle memory. Like, I'm gonna CS for this long, and I'm gonna kill these people with my mechanics, and they don't explain anything. And no, they're still funny. They still make good content, but like, I don't think there's enough streamers that really inform people about the game. Because the biggest complaint I see is like, I watch League, everything's going on the screen. I don't know what the heck is happening. Especially if you haven't played the game very much, it's very confusing to watch. So
that's a tag right there.
Every time
informative.
Is that a tag?
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying that should be.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, bet.
I just put that on. No?
I checked, I couldn't find it. Occasional, maybe. Sorry, Clam, I didn't mean to cut you off. I guess there's an educational tab, but I don't.
Oh yeah, you're right. It wasn't.
That's all weird.
I was just saying that was me 100%. Every time I pop into Rez's chat and he's playing, like I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
And then I start to explain my character, and it's like, okay, what about the other 9? Like, it's, why did this happen? And it's like tough for people that don't play the game. It's hard to watch. Where any shooter like Fortnite, PUBG, it's like, hey, this is a shooter game. Rings of Elysium, never played it. Okay, it's a battle royale. Okay, I know what's going on. Pick up these guns, kill these people, move into a zone. Like, same common goal. Where like MOBAs aren't like in everyone's like arsenal of games that they play on a day-to-day basis. That genre is kind of not come and gone, but I'd say that there's just less of it. So it might even be that it's a stream that's harder to watch, to where I feel like if there are more streamers like Dom and Goose, then like more people would actually get into playing the game for the first time, I think. But there isn't that right now.
But
League of Legends has a very high wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's other problems with the game too, though. Like, as from a streaming standpoint, like Spirit brought up, like there's tons of great opportunities to like talk to your chat and stuff like that. But also, like a huge problem I have with streaming League is a lot of times the game can be determined like by the 5-minute mark of the game, and there's still another 30 minutes left to play when everyone in chat knows what's gonna happen. Everything they've already seen it too many times. And it's like, sometimes it gets tough for my chat and me to be playing out these other 30 minutes of the games that are kind of predetermined.
That's why I quit playing League, because my God, when those first 5 minutes are ruined, it's just like, I'm wasting 25 minutes of my life right now.
Yeah, you have to play. Yeah, it feels like you have to play like 2 or 3 games nowadays to get like one good game, which it can be frustrating a lot of the time. So.
And I didn't play as much this season, but I think at the start of the season, just specifically talking about League, I believe that they made it this season to where games were not really going to be 50 minutes. They're about 25 minutes now. So I think that's what you're saying. Like, have you noticed that? Like first 5 minutes, you can really tell because the game should end by 25 minutes, which means all this action happens in the first 5, like great content, but you're like, man, we got aced at the first 5 minutes. I wonder how this one's gonna go. There's no redemption games anymore. Like, those were the most hype YouTube videos of like Voyboy and like Cutie, with those 55-minute stretched out games. Like, how the heck do we win this game? Now it's like 5 minutes, next. Like,
it makes it so that the League community is even worse than usual. Like, everyone's FF15 in the chat at like 6 minutes in the game.
Oh yeah. And that was probably on Riot to do that. That was probably gonna bad on them, giving people like a way to cop out on the game 5 minutes earlier than usual. If you're 10 minutes in, you have to wait 10 minutes to surrender. Hey, why not try to turn around this game? And now it's FF15. Wow. All right. That's how it's gonna be, dude. But I think that gives you two even more opportunity then. to try to be something that the game doesn't have. Like I was talking about before, one of the middle of the pack streamers for Paladins, like higher on the 40 side. He's like, this game just lacks positivity, teaching people how to play because people are new to the game. It's kind of a game that like has a really tight knit community and like new people coming in. So if you have that positive type stream that really encourages people to like maybe get on and play a game for themselves, I would watch that. I mean, maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
Mod, can we time out Nick on a stick for 5 seconds? Just 5. Just 5 seconds. Just 5 seconds. That's all I ask. But all right, this is the final question, boys, and this is in the spirit of final question I wrote up, and then we'll take chat questions. But final question I wrote up, and this is just hypothetical because we're not really big streamers, but like, are conventions or like events important for streamers to like attend? So like those big Fortnite tournaments or like TwitchCon, VidCon, like is that like a given? Like, hey, you're supposed to go to this, meet fans, do like you kind of it's like a PR thing, or is it like I go if I want to go? If I don't, it's not a huge deal. Or are they expected to?
I mean, if you're doing it for a living, I don't see why you wouldn't want to. Like,
well, I mean, because you'd have to take time off from streaming to do it, to go. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I guess my whole point of streaming is I want to interact with people and meet new people. Like,
for sure. What
better opportunity than meeting them in real life? Like, it's cool enough, like meeting people online and chatting with them, getting to know these new personalities. Like, I think getting to meet them in person would be like icing on the cake. Like, what's better than that?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
If you have the time, absolutely. Like, but I've seen a couple people on my Twitter feed. Maybe I don't know. They've only got like 20 followers or something like that, and they're like, "Dude, go on TwitchCon." And I respect that hustle because maybe they're gonna network and meet great people, and that's great, and that prospect is great. But I just can't like justify leaving my family, taking time off of work, paying for the ticket, going over there to network, and maybe if I did this full time, it'd be great. But I don't know. I think that I think I would have to have enough people to interact with or followers for me to be like, this is worth me going to spend time with people. And I don't know. I would much rather just like get like a community game thing. If people want to interact and have fun, let's get together and do a community thing. Or if you live in a certain area, let's go play at a card game. Like, I don't know, like a nerd store.
I love that.
I can't think of the name, but anyways, like get together and do something like that. Like that'd be fun. But I don't know. I think that it's very expensive. It's a lot of people, a lot of craziness. I don't know.
I'll be real. My computer. Oh, is it just me that's lagging FPS wise? Like some random Discord pauses, or
maybe I didn't get any pauses.
That was happening to me last podcast. That's why I kept disconnecting and reconnecting.
So if I leave and come back, you don't think it'll change the order? Maybe not.
I don't know.
Might.
YOLO, boys. We're trying. Oh shoot. Okay, we're back.
Like an actual spirit. I keep seeing like smoke coming off your shoulder.
Oh, it's the young
Oh!
vape, dude.
I like that effect though. I like that effect. I was like, how is he doing that?
Getting smoky,
Dude, I want effects on my Discord. What is this?
It's because like my room. If I don't have stuff going in my room, my feet, my room smells like feet.
Oh, okay.
Because it gets hot in here, man. It's
yeah.
So
I feel you.
Get
Yeah,
off
I was
the
like,
breeze,
wait, and I was like, is it just me? What's happening? And then I was like, I have to ask him. It's gonna bug me. I need to know. There it is.
yeah.
You're not supposed to look behind the curtain.
Yeah, my green screen is actually usually pulled down in front of that. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
But for me, I would have gone. It was like it's close enough to me to like it would make sense for me going. But like paying $300 to meet like big streamers and for like none of my followers to go there, I don't know.
It's really $300.
Well, it's a 2-day event, right? 3-day event.
Yeah.
So it actually does make sense, I think, to get like the pass for all 3 days.
If you're gonna go because you're serious about your stream, I think that it's a good idea. But if you just casually stream and you're just like, oh, I just want to go and then try to grow that way, that's gonna be tough. But I think if you're dead serious about networking and not just like, oh, trying to meet a big streamer, be like, oh, shout out my channel, but you genuinely want to go and meet people and be like, oh, I want to meet some other cool streamers, because I mean, a lot of people are completely different than like on their stream even. You know what I mean? Like you might like meet someone in real life and be like, oh, that dude's douchey. Like, I can't believe I supported that dude for a long time. Or you can meet someone and be like, oh, dude, this guy was so cool. I hung out with him at the bar for like an hour. We chatted up. I found out he streams. Now I'm a huge fan of his stream. So I think it's really cool for that. And I 100% would have gone if I didn't just have a baby 2 months ago. So damn her, but I'll forgive her in time.
No way.
She's on my list right now. She's on my list.
I don't know about that.
But yeah, I would have loved to go.
I'm just trying. I mean, I think for me also, I think it's also a social thing for the streamers just with each other, right? Like meeting other streamers. Like I thought it'd be dope to like meet everyone in our streamer Discord or like, any person that I like interact with. Like as far as streamers, like that'd be so dope. Like everyone goes to one place.
We could have did this live from a
exactly,
hotel room.
Dude.
Not to be weird. Not to be weird.
My bad.
We
should have
all
done
been
it.
in the hotel room.
I should have coordinated. All right,
Next
TwitchCon
year.
2019 Affiliates Podcast Season 7. We
Let's
stream
do it.
live. From
I'm
TwitchCon.
down. I already booked the room.
Oh wow. Okay. Let them know. Well, no, I think streamers kind of use it as a way to actually meet each other and talk in person. Because I think there are a couple like friendships that are real as far as like the higher ups on Twitch. But like, I think it kind of takes it to like another level for them to hang out for an entire weekend, all stay at the same place, and like stream together and just like hang out because it's something that I mean there's like IRL stream, but everyone does that solo. No one gets to see everyone like together, all these big personalities. It's more than just.
What was that?
Someone hit the gong. That was awesome.
Oops.
That's my exit, dude. That's my exit, I guess.
That was amazing.
Streamers, it was just kind of cool to see them like together on one screen, like not despising each other, no drama, no nothing, until they would drink. But it was all, I think it was a unique experience to see them all together, packing into one Uber car. And I think that might be what it's all about for some of them. Like I'm going to TwitchCon, I'll sign some stuff, but I'm just going to hang out with these people.
Mm-hmm.
But iChat, hit us up, dude. Hit us up.
Okay. So Roger Stephanie had a question earlier that I filtered through. It's basically what should she tell people who ask why she doesn't have a face cam? So she is a female streamer, and I think she's mentioned this before, but she's conscientious of people only staying because she's a girl, but she wants people to stay because she's entertaining, because she's good at the game, whatever her criteria is for success. But what should she tell people who don't have a face cam because they're kind of, from what she said, they're kind of brutal to her, and they're kind of vicious and troll her about it. So what would you guys say she should say to these people?
Tell them to kick rocks if they're being an asshole about it, honestly.
Yeah.
You just don't need influences like that around.
Yeah.
Like,
if
they're not going to contribute something positive, like why would you want them as part of your community?
I agree. So what I was going to say is that there are some people who are just negative in life and they're very destructive, and that they just want to watch the world burn. And unfortunately, I don't think you ever change those kind of people. But to people who say, why don't you have a camera? I think I would probably have something in your, I haven't checked, Stephanie, if you have anything yet, but have something on your stream just says, hey, this is why I don't have a camera. Because I think it is a good thing to address the question, because people probably bring it up a lot. But I think also there is a sense of like trying to like toughen yourself and like not let people get to you as much, because I think that's how you feed the trolls. Like trolls thrive off of trying to get reactions out of us. Like we had a guy in chat earlier who I'm pretty sure was just trolling us, trying to get us to react to stuff he was saying.
Yeah.
And you're not, you'll never stop those people. You'll never feed them enough. They'll just keep coming back for more. So like Clam said, I mean, you don't need those people in your life. You don't tell them to kick rocks. Like tell them, get out, peace out. People who do appreciate you will stay, and thank them for the time, whatever. I don't know, but feed people who want to partake and be a part of the community. Kick everyone else out. But yeah, I
think Spirit's right. Like, I mean, people ask the question, you can immediately divert them somewhere else. It's no longer your problem. If they stick on the subject, then you don't want them around anyways. But yeah, it's, as far as like diverting them to a panel, that takes like your responsibility to answer the question off of your shoulders. I know Drayan07, who was here last week, I watched one of his streams and he got like 5 trolls to come in like, you know, all at once, and then a couple came in afterward, and I don't know what was going on, but they were like screwing with him, and he wouldn't acknowledge it, and eventually it got so bad where he's like, I'm gonna stop our conversation real quick and clear out the garbage, clear out the trash, and he just kicked them all, kept his conversation as usual, and they didn't come back. Did not have a troll for the next like hour and a half, 2 hours, because that's not satisfying for them. So they might even stick around and watch, and then not make new accounts, keep screwing with you, because it's not fun for them. It's not satisfying for them. So
if you don't give them a reaction, they'll leave on their own accord, and if they don't, ban them, and no sweat.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
No one that's in your channel that's actually there to watch you is gonna have a problem with you banning a troll.
Yeah. I figure if they're not spamming and they're not being offensive, like if they're just trolling, but like just every now and then throwing like a troll comment in, I would just honestly ignore. But
Yeah.
obviously, if they're spamming it or they're just let them. That's an extra viewer, and that's keeping your chat alive.
Yeah.
there it is. There it is.
They're like, man, you're garbage. Like, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that there is definitely like a sense of letting that roll off. I agree completely, because that's how you deal with bullies. If you guys, I don't know, maybe not every bully in the world is able to be conquered like this, but when I was bullied in all through school, I just was like, yeah, you're right. They're like, oh, you're gay. We're like, maybe. What's the problem? Just like,
Want to find out?
Yeah, and it's just like there's something to be said about like combating the trolls, and you may make a friend. They may be just heartbroken people. I think that you would find that a lot of people who are self-destructive and want to see reactions like that are just people who need friends. And maybe you being that way. I actually made a friend on Blackout, toxic place right now, because I was just like, yeah, he's like, you're bad, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm getting better though. I'm working on it. And then we actually became friends, and
oh shoot,
it was like a whole like 10 back and forth conversation bits of how he was like being toxic. And then we talked to him, and he's a really cool guy. He's just a younger kid, you know, probably, I don't know, maybe it's part of their culture, but I don't know. I think that you can make friends that way. That people are just brokenhearted and they need friends, and they're just trying to get reactions.
You just gotta hit them with it. Be like, hey, it's not your fault. And like, what are you talking about? Like, it's not your fault, man. What's not my fault?
Don't you say that.
Outplay him, dude. Outplay him. Beat them at their own game, dude. I know. I was playing multiplayer, like right when the game dropped. It was like my first stream, and I had to turn stream off because I got invited with like a squad. It was my brother and these like 3 randoms that we found, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get banned for this. So I turned off stream, and I combated the troll in their group of 4. I combated him so well that like the group not only was laughing at all the stuff I said, but they kept checking in to like make sure I was like not like taking stuff personal. And even like the troll who I think was really trying to get at me was like kind of he slowed it down and realized I was winning, and it really turned him around. And he was like, hey, let's play again with our group some other time. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. I haven't come back because I can't stream it, so I can't stream it. Like, there's too many hot words that those guys would pop off with. But like, if you can outplay like the troll, man, oh, you'd be surprised, man. And I can't even imagine what Dottie and Goose go through, because I don't stream League anymore. So I post my link at the end of the game. Chat's just like, kill yourself, and I'm like, wait, what? What's up? I mean, you want to follow and then chat, then we can, and you know. I mean, you can't really combat that stuff. Like, hey, you first. Like, no, you can't say that. You get banned for that. But like, a lot of people, on League, you gotta out troll the troll, and you gain that respect. I think that's kind of all it takes. And if you lose them, like Clam said, you didn't want them anyways. They're not positive people at all.
It's kind of the same thing as like in hecklers. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's the way I look at it.
I'll be real, I missed that whole sentence. My Discord's bugging out.
No.
I was saying, you want to handle like trolls and stuff in your chat the same way that like a comedian would handle a heckler. Just
oh,
yeah. Like,
there you go.
I'll play it.
Oh no, it froze everyone.
I'm fine now, but yeah, a couple seconds ago I missed that whole thing. But
they must be.
But I get no. That's But no, that makes so much sense. Like, they take it and like the whole crowd actually cheers for them, shutting down that one heckler in the crowd. And I think the heckler's just like, hey, you got me. They don't stand up or say another word for the rest of the show. So I think that definitely makes sense. I got a question earlier from Nick on a Stick, dude, the one and only.
The one and only.
Anyone can open up with this, and I think it's a pretty general question. There's probably a lot of aspects to it, but like, okay, sorry. What is your idea of like the perfect stream? Like you got a little 3-hour stream going on, or maybe it's like whatever time you want, like time frame wise. But like, what's that perfect stream?
Oof.
And if no one's got an answer, I've been staring at the question for a while, so I could go at it.
Honestly, for me, it was last night, man. Last night, it was just, it was it. That was it, Chief. That was it. Like, it was just like, the views were just awesome. The chat was awesome. There was just like, you hit me with the raid twice. Like, it was just so many other streamers stopping by and just saying what's up and just checking it out. Dude, it was nice, dude. I think I got like 30 followers. And then like I streamed for like 8 hours. So it was like, and it was constant the whole way through. So I was like, this is it. This is what I want every time. But I mean, I enjoyed it while it lasted though. It was good stuff. But it was for sure that it was just a lot of energy. Everyone was being super positive. I think there was maybe one troll maybe. And even that didn't last long. So it was just, yeah, it was awesome.
Nice. I was there for some of it. So, you know,
yeah,
I'd say that every time I popped in, it was kind of cool. Like, you know, those big streamers, they don't have follow notifications because it would be insane. But they do have it for subs where it's like, okay, every 3-4 minutes, sub on stream. But for DB, like, that was like a follow. 10 minutes, follow. 5 minutes, follow. And I was like, okay. Like, it was super. It felt like, yeah, just like that higher level stream when I was watching DB the other day.
Yeah, that's honestly what it felt like. I was like, we made it, boys. We made it.
I don't know, for me, I think it would be just a highly interactive one where you're just having fun. Like, you're having fun playing your game, and there's also people enjoying you playing your game, and there's interaction, there's chat. I wouldn't put a specific number or anything on it, but it's just like having fun, other people having fun, that you're having fun, just fun all around. I don't know. That's perfect stream for me.
I agree with Spirit, 100%.
I wouldn't say perfect, but sometimes there's these guys that watch Firefox and Fanland.
Yeah.
And they love to spam the bits, you know. They're at their jobs, they're sitting at their desk and they're watching the stream. And I respect that. But they just keep things fresh for me. They're like, right, I'll give you, you know, X amount of bits if you do this, you know, like play with your food, you know, figure out this math equation I've got. And it's like end of the night. I'm not doing anything. I'm like, hey, you know, do something, you know, test the old brain and like get a bit on the side. So it's keeping it fresh. Not perfect, but you know, it spices it up.
Spicy.
Boy. Spice.
Boy.
Goose, what's that perfect stream?
For me, it comes down to very similar answers to what both DB and Spirit said. I think they both hit like keywords like positive energy. When people come into your stream, they have positive energy and they bring that to stream, and it's like a snowball effect. Like everyone else is interacting and stuff too. Once that snowball gets going, like that's the best feeling. Like today, I felt like I had a really fun stream every single game in League today. That problem where everything was FF15, but everyone was so positive in chat. We were like rolling along with the conversation that like it is still like borderline perfect stream, even though I suck an ass at the game. So,
Lamb, did you give an answer?
I kind of have the same idea as Spirit. Like, it's just whenever you're doing well, you're having fun playing your game. Everybody's having fun watching you. You don't have to have a specific amount of viewers. There is having fun, and you're having fun with them. That's perfect.
All right. Real quick before Chaotico Poyo leaves. He said gotta go, see you later. So he might have left already. But he was curious as to like how we all met, or how we all know each other in the first place. I'll let you know that the Limp Walrus in chat, him and I basically would go to like smaller streamers and like find them that way. So like we would like get on like a bunch of accounts at once and then like raid them. So with like 6 or 7 of us, like we'll pop in the chat. The person's got like 3 viewers, like, oh my gosh, 6 viewers, let's go! And like they're like hype, and we would watch their stream for like a good 10 minutes to see if it was like a chill person, right? And then we end up adding them to our streamer Discord. So that's how I met like the base amount of streamers. But these guys specifically, there was like a hosting channel, where you basically every 10 minutes you can attempt to get this big host to your stream, and I'm like, man, I'm not winning the host, and all these streamers suck. I'm getting pissed off. They're all playing PS4 in the dark, not talking, with 200 viewers. Are you kidding me? So I'm like, I'm going to watch this thing until I find a good streamer. I'm going to follow them and add them to my streamer Discord because I'm getting pissed off. So I end my stream. I start watching. I see Dottie on there streaming League. The camera switches. He's just like actually acknowledging the fact that he got a raid, which is kind of important when you get one. Just exciting dude, like playing Singed of all things. Like that was super dope. And I was like, okay, this guy's a good streamer. So boom, Dottie's on the track. Clam Waffles here on the top right. My best friend's older brother doesn't stream as much anymore, but when he would stream Rainbow Six Siege, Clam raided him, and then from there I was like in the chat, and my best friend's brother was already in our streaming Discord, so we kind of added Clam through there because I watched his stream and he was dope. And then DB was from a Fortnite game. He followed my stream. I checked him out, and he's sitting inside of a trash can or a potato sack. That was hilarious. Goose Boy on the bottom left was found through. He was a friend of Dottie's, so I'm like, hey, do you have any suggestions for like our streamer Discord or people to like raid after like a podcast? And he put Goose's name in there, so I follow him, watch him. Also a dope guy, and that's why he's here now. And then last but not least, Spirit on the top middle here. Okay. I was playing Fortnite with one of his friends, or no, was he on the? I killed him.
Or
was he on my team? I was on his team.
I think you were on his team.
And I'm like trying to be like this hype dude, but like no one on my team talks, and it's like super boring. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep trying. And this guy comes back to my stream, and he thinks I'm like really dope, right? And then apparently, like Nick said, they're all at each other's house. They pull it up on the TV, and I get 7 follows. My mod messages me and he's like, dude, I think this guy's making fake accounts so that he can get so that he can get because I give 500 big boy bucks or like my loyalty system per person that you get to come to the stream. So I'm like, oh man, this guy's probably fake. So I'm talking to his friend. I'm like, hey, yeah, I should play with your group sometime. Maybe invite me to a Discord. He invites me to a Discord. All 7 dudes that just followed are in one call. And I'm like, dang, this is it. So like they all take me into their group, and like Spirit was a streamer that I think kind of reached out, and we added him in our group. And that's kind of how we're all here together. I mean, I have plenty of other people where it's kind of just the same story. You kind of meet them over time. And part of it's network, but like you're actually making friends with people on the platform as well, which is like super nice. What's wrong with PS4? Nothing. It's just typically it's going to be the younger streamers that are dudes that are like 13 years old that are way past their bedtime, so they can't talk at all, and they get 200 viewer hosts to do nothing. But
It's got the sheet over the setup, so
there's your big
see
boy
it.
story. I would say my perfect stream, but I've talked enough, and it's basically, I'd say, a mixture of all these answers, just all the positivity and just like constant chat and all that stuff. But someone said they had a second question. Did Nick say he had another one?
Yeah, but I don't think it was a serious one.
Oh my gosh. Favorite streamer on the podcast, dude?
No, the favorite viewer.
Oh, favorite viewer on the podcast, dude?
He wants you to say him.
Let me just scroll through. Let me just pick a bot real fast. No, I'm just playing. Come on, we got no favorites, boys. This is a stream, okay? We all appreciate everyone that's coming through, dude. Oh, plus their webcams are small on PS4. That's true. Do you guys have any like random questions? I mean, we could save it for like a future podcast, but if any of you as streamers wanted to ask a question to everyone else, I'll open the floor. Whatever you guys want. Before we make our descent.
Yeah, I don't think I got one.
I want to ask viewers because I always feel like we as streamers, I think that maybe it's just me. I'm overcritical. I go to someone's stream as a streamer and I think about like I would do this different. I would do that. I want to know like what viewers, like people who don't stream, like what do you enjoy? Because I feel like I try to pick the science and we conversate as streamers. Maybe I don't know. I just want to know what a non-streamer thinks, what they enjoy about streams, maybe that'd be a really cool whole podcast. It's just like a big whole community interaction where we're like, what do you guys enjoy? Because you're not streaming, you're not coming at this as a creator, you're not coming as a producer, you are just someone who enjoys and loves. And I watch streams too, but not to the extent. When I first watched streams, I said I want to do this because this is dope. This is cool. I could do this. I want to see what someone thinks. That's just like, I just enjoy watching. I think it's a fun medium. I watch streams every day. Tell me what you enjoy. Like, what could I do to convince you to watch me over Tim? What could I do to convince you to watch me over your favorite streamer? Or is that even possible? Is that not even possible? I don't know. Many questions.
Okay.
That'd be really cool.
I just started doing that recently, like where I was like, because I'll get viewers, right? But then the chat, like I'll bump up like 15 viewers. I won't even get a follow, and then like the chat won't be any more active with any new people, and then all of a sudden the viewers will just go away. And I was like, I need to start asking them like why they're not doing it. So anytime I see the number bump up, I'll be like, hey, what's going on? Yo, if you guys haven't followed yet, just let me know why, so that way I can change up whatever it is that you're not liking so far. Let me know what I can do to better your experience while watching me. You know what I mean? Because I want to know like why they're just looking for so long, and then they'll just dip. Like at least be like, hey, do this. All right, okay, I'm out.
I would kill for a survey that Twitch did.
Yeah, like critique me a little.
I would kill for that. I would. Oh,
all right,
so
chat. This is the part where you guys respond. I have never felt like I had. You know what I love about the big streamers, dude, is they can just tell chat to do something. Hey, spam Kappa, dude. 50,000 Kappas, dude. So give us 6 the power, okay? Viewer count's usually not up here, okay? We need a little bit of help, okay? Why do you guys watch the streamers that you watch? Why do you stick around? What do you like about them? What do you maybe not like about them?
No meme answers, please.
No meme answers, please. You're asking Twitch chat no meme answers, please. Okay.
Yeah, good luck with that, man.
Well, we'll see. Oh my gosh. I won't time out John because I know it's out of good intent. I know who that is. It's fine.
Don't hold your breath, guys.
Yeah, don't hold your breath, man. Okay, Spencer. Dude, one of my mods. He's also a streamer. I enjoy Fortnite. Lol. All right, dude. DB is hot. That's why I watch. Is that
my wife?
Okay.
Yeah, my wife commented on my looks earlier too. So, anyways, yeah, wives are in the chat. So I think that it'd be really cool. I think that'd be a really fun, dedicated day.
Oh, that'd be dope. Yeah.
Because I think it'd be a cool question to ask later. Is like Stephanie said, people love the interaction with chat, right? And the problem is there's many streams that I've had recently where it's like 3 viewers, 4 viewers, no one's talking, and I'm like trying to be entertaining. I'm trying to, bust memes, do skills, whatever. I don't know. But then it's like there's nobody to interact with. So what do? It's like, I don't know. I'm curious to know what you guys would do when there's nobody in chat, nobody chatting. Rest, you're good at it. I think you're just like I know people in my community pick on you for talking too much, but I love it. I love the fact that there's always something to talk about when you're around.
Oh,
and you kill it with that stuff. So,
That's true.
I think that you kill it like that, and I don't know. I think it's what do you do when no one's chatting? When you're a chat focused streamer?
I guess to go back to like the whole perfect stream thing, like when I used to like stream Fortnite, like I appreciated it when the 3 people in my squad would talk, because that makes my job so much easier. So like you have to when chat's like active, like dude, you guys realize how much of the work like you do for us when you're just like talking to us? Like give me something to talk about, like give me a random question, like a semi-serious one. I had the guy in Fortnite. I'm like, dude, I need content. He's like, okay, if you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself if you had no food? And I was like, okay, that's not what I was looking for. But it was something. It was like we talked for a solid 20 minutes. It was we talked about it on the podcast. It was a hypothetical question that was content, dude.
That's a great question.
Donnie's dying.
We talked about it, dude. Okay. You would not eat yourself because you would eventually probably hate that that taste or that thing because you are it. It's like if you're working at like a fast food place, you probably don't like that fast food place after you leave. It was a legit question. You start with the legs if you're serious about it. But that's pretty much it. I'd say. Do we just start reading what they put then? This is the first time I've ever had someone actually respond. Maybe it's the power of spirit. It's like Christmas, dude. Let's go.
So Brack said that he enjoys people having fun as a group.
Okay.
And that's dope. So I think that's definitely something that to see is a group interaction. I think that there's a lot of chemistry to be had, and a lot of fun to be had there. Is Goose getting naked? Okay.
I was gonna say. I was like, whoa. I was like, well, I guess this is our 15 minutes of fame on a Twitch fails site. I was like, okay. I wasn't even looking. I was okay. Wow. Woo! Scared us, dude. Thought you were going all in.
Let's see.
We will play the intro at the end of the stream. Don't worry.
Yes.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Who else said what? Watch DB, funny and this fun stuff, and then all the viewer games. Oh, DB, freaking genius idea, dude. The whole stream sniping thing, and then when one of the stream snipers kills DB, like they get points, but then everyone else in the stream is trying to kill the person that just killed DB, and it's like a competitive thing. It involves the streamer and everyone in chat. Everyone can play with you at the same time.
Yeah,
like he has this like creative stuff, like marble races, like all that, dude.
Yo, speaking of the marble races, Rest, I need you to call that with me one of these days.
Oh, shoutcast!
I need you shoutcast one of those marble races. Dude. It's so hard, man. There's so much stuff going on.
Marble races are great.
You gotta focus on first place. First place, last place, and then who has the potential to get first. Everyone else is a nobody. Okay, so it's all about, dude.
Everyone else is a
nobody.
Not wrong.
So it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
Especially when you got like 100, 200 marbles in every.
Yep.
Focus on all that.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, did you copy and paste the same thing multiple times?
Copy.
I'm like reading it like many times. Wow. Okay. You guys got me, dude. All right. Whoa, racist against PS4 players. Dang. This actually isn't true. He makes sure that you guys have a PC person to partner with. Okay, I was there.
Thank you.
Okay.
I was there. Thank you.
Oh, the slow. Yeah, is it the gear button? Let me see. Oh, slow mode. Did I do it? I mean, does it matter right now? Or...
I don't even know what slow mode does.
Alright, guys, chat's in slow mode. Calm down, guys. Whoa.
Calm down.
Easy now.
One at a time.
You can only send messages 120 seconds.
I took it off. That's
a 5 seconds would be ideal.
That's happening already, guys. That's already happening. We need to watch the. Okay, dude, Brack, stop, dude. I'm reading the same thing, dude. Oh my goodness, bro. I could not handle. See, this is why people don't read chat at the big leagues. You know what I'm saying? You will just feel like they got me. Like Twitch chat 10, me 0. Like you're just getting godded the whole time.
I don't. I hate Sugar for creating this meme.
Bald DB is that a
yes? That's I don't know, and I've taken my hat off multiple times. They clip it, and so they know. But now they're saying that it's just a wig. So it's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
That's amazing. Oh my God, I love it.
Another thing about like being a small streamer is like, I was about to say like, hey, next person to do that copy pasta, like timed out ban. You can't do that. Like, you need us. Like, you need us. Like, really? Are you going to though? No, you're not. Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
I'm gonna assume that they don't have anything else. Oh
yeah,
wow,
I think we're good.
All right, guys. Now my question is, where are we going? Where is our tour heading off to?
Let's see.
We gotta find somewhere to go, guys. Don't leave. We're all gonna spam someone's chat, which I'm sure you guys would love. Okay, based on the way that
guilt
today's
him
going.
into guilt Spooky into.
Well, no, Spooky. He just got back late because he has some work to do later, and he was at a grandma's house. He actually would have though. So
I like Spooky Nate. I think he's a
I do.
good one
He's
this
dope.
year.
He's great.
Do we hit him up again?
Yeah. Bring it.
Alright. Okay, before
need
we end,
everyone to
what
copy
is
that
the
from
bomb
that
that's
video.
going off? Who is getting shot? Are there gunshots somewhere? Once every about 20 minutes. All right, little
Yeah. I'm in Chicago, man.
dang, son. Oh yeah, but guys,
Y'all didn't know?
before we leave, guys, I need you guys to follow these 5 streamers. You'll probably see them back. I'm just saying, if you guys could all type hi in the chat, then they can just click and then they go straight to the page and follow. It's a free, easy money, dude. So top left, Dottie Style, you're looking at League and Black Ops 4. Bottom left, Goose Boy 3, primarily League. Do you have like a secondary game that you go to, or is it mostly League?
I play a little bit of Hollow Knight and Slay the Spire.
Okay.
Oh, Hollow Knight. I'm about to get in that Hollow
Alright.
Knight.
Bottom middle, DB Fanboy Gaming. You're gonna catch Fortnite and WoW Wednesdays on the weekly. This boy's consistent. You have no idea, dude. Spirit Controlled. Now looks like the Black Ops 4 consistency. We're not seeing that. Destiny.
I'm loving the Destiny.
He's into it. Okay. And then top right, Clam Waffles TV. Now currently all I've seen is Rings of Elysium. I'm telling you guys right now, top ranked player. It's actually not fair. Like he's insane. He's insane at the game. And is that like what you're really on right now?
For right now, yeah. Occasionally Black Ops if I got people to play with, and then I'll go back to Siege like
High ranked Siege player too.
maybe once or twice a week.
Yeah. Okay. But those are the 5. They all. No. Nick on a stick. Stop, dude. This is
Any competitive shooter. If it's fun, I'll play it.
Click
Okay.
me.
Oh, now this is where we do slow mode. Is this where we do slow mode, and then they can't overpass the
Oh.
links? Okay. All right. All right. We're gonna do so. It's /raid. Oh wait. We gotta play the intro again, right? Alright guys, we're gonna play the intro one more time and then we'll raid Spooky Nate TV, okay? Now that's if my monitor's gonna let me. Everything's paused at the moment, I'll be real guys. Okay, we're good. Because they want to see the intro just one more time. Let's go ahead and roll that. I had to put... Come on, man. My computer's like freezing up. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Are we good?
You cut out for a
Yeah.
second there, but you're good.
Oh boy. I have to put display capture all the way to the top. Alright. Roll film, boys! Thanks for watching, guys. As soon as this is over, we're gonna raid Spooky Nate TV, alright?
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy,
I never get tired of this
and TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. So
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna go back before I got more to watch this.
Oh, the lag. I'm sorry, boys. I'm sorry.
Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers, "Kid, don't sell your dreams so soon." Everywhere you go.
Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and spam Spooky Nate TV. Just put podcast. Just spam the crap out of this boy's stream. Hit him with some follows, dude.